Hello and welcome to Glove Supplier Series Show Me the Money Part 4. This series is about increasing your chances of getting your money back. We've talked about using U.S. law enforcement. We've talked about local law enforcement. We've talked about the legal system here. But if you're going to inject yourself into the legal system here, you should probably have a lawyer. Or a law firm. So this part of the series is going to be talk about how to find a lawyer other than yours truly, if that's what you desire. So there's some self-interest here, but I will try to remain objective. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, you wouldn't want a brain surgeon to give you heart surgery, right? That's not a criticism of the brain surgeon. It's just not their area. It's just not their area of competency. So similarly, with a lawyer, you need to find a lawyer or a law firm with some level of experience. One, in Thai FDA matters, because that's linked to the medical glove production. Two, US FDA matters. And three, at the minimum, international transaction and dispute matters. All right, that narrows down your pool of potential lawyers substantially. Okay. But there are plenty to choose from as well. Believe it or not, lawyers are everywhere. Okay, number two, if you live in the US and Canada, I guess you can't live in both, you benefit tremendously from the ethical standards of your lawyers without even knowing it, right? It's just assumed that your lawyer is not going to sell you out. It's just assumed that your lawyer has no conflict of interest. In other words, they're not representing the other side, or they don't have a relationship with the other side in such a way that could compromise their ability to represent your interests fully. Okay, here it's not like that. Okay, you don't hear of people or lawyers getting disbarred very often at all. So you need to confirm with your law firm their ethical standards. Certainly, at the minimum, you need them to tell you in writing that they do not have a conflict of interest with any of the parties. A good sign of a good firm is that they will ask you to do a conflict check right away, or they will declare to you within the first few interactions that they have no conflict of interest. If they don't, you should ask. Okay, number three, there's no contingency fees here. Okay, there are fixed fees, hourly rates, capped fees, and fixed fee plus success fee for collections and litigation matters, but no contingency fees are allowed. So if you think you're going to walk in and say, hey, I get paid if you get paid, it doesn't work like that here. In fact, it's one of the few ethical prohibitions that's enforced. Okay. Okay, now getting into actually choosing the law firm. If you're talking to somebody like me, when you call up a law firm, well, I can sell you a law firm, right? That's a lot of what I did in working for the other firms was sales, right? I'd sell the clients, and I still do some of that with the firms that I work at. But I'm not the lawyer that's going to be going to the court for you, right? I may testify as an expert witness, but I'm not going to go to the court for you. So you need to really find a way to get down to talk about their experience, which is the best indicator of quality, not the English of the person that you're talking to. Okay, two, they need to understand the business. They need to understand not just the law, but how the business works and how your transaction works. So they should be able to explain that back to you. And three, there's a big tell them what they want to hear push here among lawyers. And that's in the employment context as well as the customer context. Push them until they say no, right? If they're promising you they'll get your money back, again, get out of there, because no one can promise you that. So push them to the point where they say no, or they start to question or tell you that they can't do something. That's really critical, so you don't end up investing time and money in someone who can't, at least can be honest about what they can truly deliver for you. Hello, I have a friend that just passed by. So make them say no. If they don't say no, then and you don't push them to say no, you may end up walking down a path only to find out there's going to be severe disappointment in the end. Okay, that's it for this. Please let me know if you have any particular questions, and I'm happy to help the best I can. Please like, subscribe.